Hello, and welcome to part 7 of my getting rid of DVD collection series. Yeah, this is part 7. So, if you're new here, I'm pretty much going through my DVD collection, determining what movies I need to get rid of and which ones I'm going to hold on to. Um, so, welcome to my channel. My name is Dalila. Greetings from, I'm out here in LA. And yeah, let's get right into it. So, we're going to start off with this movie, North Country. As you can see, this is a DVD that I purchased from Hollywood Video when back what many moons ago when they were open. They had these previously viewed movies that they would have in a bargain bin, and I would buy them. This is a movie that I had bought um, because I had never seen it, and this is such a good movie. Wow. It's based on a true story. Of course, Charlize Theron's in it, but also it's got a pretty good cast. As you can see, Frances McDormand, Sissy Spacek, and Woody Harrelson, they're all in it. This movie, yeah, it's based on a true story. It's about this woman. She works out in, I forget what state it is. I forget what state she's in, but she's somewhere out in the Midwest. Oh gosh, I can't remember. I think it's Minnesota if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, she works at this factory or plant of some kind, and the women who work there endure extreme harassment, just insane. Um, and she ends up suing. They end up like suing for sexual harassment, and I mean the harassment is off the charts. And then there's also a childhood trauma that she suffers as well. That's also a part of the plot of the movie. But just a really good movie. But I am going to be donating this DVD, but I highly recommend it. Okay, this is Something's Gotta Give. These are like my favorite romantic comedies that I would buy. This is one of my favorites. And oh, look, another movie with Frances McDormand. Um, Forgot Keanu Reeves was in this movie. Anyway, this is Jack Nicholson, Diane Keaton. Something's Gotta Give. It's a cute romantic movie. I don't know. I have kind of cooled on this movie throughout the years. I don't like it as much as I did when it first came out. Um, I don't know. Diane Keaton, she's kind of, I don't know. I find her character a bit annoying now. Um, but oh my gosh, that house that she has in the Hamptons is, oh, house porn. And, Jack Nicholson basically plays himself in this movie. um, but yeah, this is gonna be going to in the donation pile. Um, yeah. Oh my gosh, this is Love Actually. Look how okay. There's an excuse as to why some of these DVDs are so dirty. I've had them stored untouched for a very long time, so they have all this dust and dirt on him. Um, so yeah, that's why it looks like this. But Love Actually, this is a classic. I know for some people it doesn't age very well, um, but it's always a movie that I enjoy, um, whether it's aged well or not. I always enjoy watching this. One of my favorite scenes in this movie is when Emma Thompson realizes that her husband is cheating on her. I think that was just such good acting. It's really the one scene in the movie that's got like emotional gravitas. Um, but yeah, this here is a classic. Another Hugh Grant movie. You know, for all the young people, Hugh Grant was that man. He was in all the romantic comedies. That's pretty much how he got his start. Now he's really doing, he's going against type now with the type of movies he's doing. But when he was young, he was the man with, as far as romantic comedies were concerned, he was the man. Um, but yeah, you know, I, it's a movie that even if it comes on, um, I think it's streaming on Netflix. You just turn it on and you just watch it. I mean, I've watched this a million times. So, um, and it's got a pretty good song on here, I believe, by Kelly Clarkson. The Trouble with Love. I remember that song. But yeah, I'm going to be giving this one away. So, goodbye to Love Actually. Okay, this one is Wanted. Angelina Jolie and James McAvoy. Um, I mean, this was a pretty good movie. I'm not gonna lie, pretty good action movie. Um, yeah. I remember my nephew told me that he wasn't a particular fan of this movie. He thought the whole shoot the gun, curve the bullet thing was stupid. But I thought this was pretty good. I Nice, good twist at the end. Good visuals. Angelina Jolie is she's at her prime in this movie, and of course, James McAvoy. I think he was really an up and coming actor. Um, he was supposed to be the next big star. So this was one of his. Um, so this movie was a big deal. Um, yeah. And again, Angelina, she does her thing in this movie. She does the Angelina in this movie. Um, but this is, I'll always say that this is one of the better action movies. And, but I'm going to be giving this away. But I do recommend this. If you've never seen it or whatnot, I recommend it. Okay, so this is, they used to sell these DVDs, Best of Saturday Night Live, with a particular, comedian. Some of them would be like Will Ferrell, all the SNL skits that Will Ferrell did when he was on the show, so on and so forth. So this one's for Eddie Murphy. And, Eddie Murphy, to me, is and will always be the funniest comedian on SNL. I really don't care what anybody says. Um, he really, the short time that he was on the show, he did so much. And when you watch him on SNL, you totally understand why he ended up becoming a superstar. Um, Funniest thing, my dad had originally rented this Best of Eddie Murphy Saturday Night Live back when I was a very young kid. I think maybe 11 or 12 years old. Um, and that's what pushed me to buy this. But I noticed that there's some skits on here that was not included in what I had watched when I was a kid. Um, of course, the most famous skits are, Gumby, I'm Gumby, damn it. When he does Stevie Wonder, and of course, when he does, oh my gosh, friggin' James Brown, Hot Tub, and then Buckwheat. I mean, my goodness. He had so many good characters. Of course, the Mr. Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood. That was amazing. But there's one on here that they did not include. One skit. I can't really remember exactly um, how it went, but the gist of it was he was like a Rastafarian or something, and he is singing this song basically like I don't know if the lyrics, if YouTube would like the lyrics, but he's all like, kill the white people and buy my record first. um, yeah, so if anyone is, familiar with Eddie Murphy on SNL who remembers that, I can't remember exactly what the skit was, but they don't have it on here. So I don't know why, but I say all that to say I'm going to give this away. But yeah, classic Eddie Murphy SNL. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and donate this one. Okay, so this one is Sideways. This is another really good movie. Um, one of my favorites. It's a movie that I, I buy these movies because these are movies that usually, um, when I buy them, it's because maybe they had some positive, positive word of mouth, or they were awards contenders, like this one nominated for 5 Academy Awards. So, of course, that makes me curious. And back then, instead of renting these movies, I would just buy them. And this movie made me curious about living in the Santa Ynez Valley, in the Santa Ynez Mountains. Because a lot of this movie takes place in like Solvang and Buellton, which is like wine country. But man, I mean, it's such a good movie. Everyone in here did such a good job. And as you can see, the cast is stacked. Um, Sandra Oh, just and Thomas Hayden Church, the character that he plays in this movie is such a dog, but it's hilarious. And Paul Giamatti's character, he plays this high strung failed writer. They go on this trip. Thomas Hayden Church's character is getting married, so they go on this like bachelor um, trip to wine country, and Paul Giamatti's character is thinking it's going to be a nice, cool, um, chill weekend in wine country with his really good friend, um, and his friend has other ideas, like, and craziness ensues. But they drink a lot of really good wine. One of my favorite scenes in this movie is Paul Giamatti's all bent out of shape, and he's like, they're supposed to be meeting up with these, with the ladies, and Paul Giamatti is like, if I go in there and they're drinking Merlot, I'm leaving. I'm not drinking any fucking Merlot. Oh gosh, yeah. So I mean, if you've seen the movie, you'll know what scene I'm talking about. If you haven't seen the movie, I probably sound crazy, um, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give this one away. But highly recommend. Another good movie. Okay, so this movie I bought because I figured it's a classic. Me and my friends, we went to see this at the movie theater. Um, and yeah, it kind of is a classic. I mean, look at the cast here. Maya Rudolph, Kristen Wiig, um, Melissa McCarthy. Wasn't really all that familiar with Melissa McCarthy until she did this movie. And then there's I forget the name of the other two actresses who also have gone on to do big things. I think the redhead, she had that show, The Unsinkable Kimmy. Oh my gosh, I can't remember. It was on Netflix. It was Tina Fey produced it. Um, The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. No, gosh, I think I got the title wrong. Anyway, um, all these women have gone on to have great careers, and um, I think a part of it is because of the success of this movie. Yeah, it's oh hey, here we go. Rose Byrne. Yeah, that's her name. And then Wendy McClendon Covey and Ellie Kempner. Those are the yeah, all these ladies went on to have really good solid careers. I think this is produced by another Judd Apatow movie that he produced. But yeah, it's pretty good. Um, Now, will I keep it though? That's the thing. Because I feel like really I feel like if I haven't watched these movies, like if these DVDs have been sitting for years, I'm more than likely not going to watch them again. You know, because I've never had a desire to say, "Oh, I want to watch Bridesmaids. Let me pop it in the my old DVD player and watch it." Like, no. Um, you know, we have streaming now, so Um, you know, if I get the urge to ever watch it, I guess you could always just rent it on Amazon or whatever. Or maybe it's on one of the streaming services. So, yeah, this one I'm going to give away. Okay, so this is a classic. I know I say that word a lot in this series. This is a classic. This is a classic. But it's because these movies are a classic. And this is one of them. Um, oh, look, Brian Singer. Hmm. But this is, gosh, this movie came out when I was in high school, I believe. Incredibly stacked cast. You know, this is when the independent movie scene was just on fire. Such good movies came out in the early mid 90s. This is one of them. So we got Stephen Baldwin, another Baldwin brother, Gabriel Byrne, Chaz Palminteri, Kevin Pollak, um, Kevin Spacey, who plays, you know, spoiler alert, Kaiser Soze, um, and Giancarlo Esposito. Wait a minute, I didn't realize Giancarlo Esposito was in this movie. What? Okay, yeah, I didn't realize that. um, but in any case, this is one of those movies where you sit down and you watch it. You gotta watch it. Good dialogue, good characters, um, good pacing, good plot. It draws you in. It's um, it's just such a good movie, and it's a good example of you know, these are like the movies I grew up on. These are the movies I grew up watching when I was a young teen, you know, 16, 17 years old. And it's the reason why I fell in love with movies and, you know, had this pie in the sky idea that I could do it too. But I realized maybe I'm just better at just sitting back and watching movies and just enjoying them and not necessarily making them. But, yeah, but I haven't even opened this. This still has the plastic on it, and it's because, again, when I bought these movies, I bought them because they're classics and they were just to have in my collection. Um, but yeah, I think this is another one that I'm going to give away. Um, yeah. Okay, another Judd Apatow movie. Um, Me and my best friend, we went to the movies to see this. And, you know, uh, this is early 2000s. You know, 2000. Um, Please excuse the dog in the background. My next door neighbor has a Rottweiler. But yeah, this is like 2005, 2006, something like that, early 2000s. But anyway, It's, it's a movie that we enjoyed, so I bought it because, again, I just figured it's a good movie to have in the collection. And yeah, um, we got Seth Rogen, Bill Hader. Um, no, no, the young guys who was in this movie, they're not really doing much. I know this is the movie that kind of put Emma Stone on the map. This is one of her breakthrough performances because, after this movie, her career just exploded. And now she is like that girl. Um, but, and of course, Bill Hader, he went on to have a really good career. Um, but yeah, the young guys like Christopher, what's his name? I don't know. Um, and then even Michael Cera, I haven't seen him in. I mean, he was in the Barbie movie. He was in the Barbie movie, but yeah, he wasn't really the main character, and you really haven't seen him in much. Um, Seth. Uh, gosh, what? Hold on, what's his name? Oh gosh, I swear I'm just drawing a blank on these people's names all of a sudden. Jonah Hill. The last thing I seen him in was that horrible movie on Netflix with Lauren London. Oh my god, that movie was so bad. But yeah, not much. He's not doing much either. Um, so yeah, but this was. I mean, it's a product of its time. And again, a lot of people do not feel like Judd Apatow movies aged well at all. They have issues with him, but yeah, that might be true. But I still enjoy these movies. I do. Um, and on these DVDs, they'd always put unrated extended edition, unrated extended, like trying to pump these up. Like I said before, it's just marketing and it's just a regular movie. It's maybe a couple of deleted scenes they didn't show in the theaters. But yeah, I'm going to be giving this one away. All right, that is it for now. So again, I'm not done yet. So I guess I'm going to have a part 8. I don't know what made me think I was going to get through all these DVDs in a couple of episodes or whatever. Didn't realize how many of them I had. But yeah, so again, I'm Dalila, and if you like this content, give me a thumbs up, give me a follow, um, and I don't know, have a good evening or morning or wherever you are watching this or whenever you're watching this. And if you like this content, subscribe. If you don't, hey, subscribe anyway. All right. I'll talk to you all later. Bye.